Automobile industry became the main driver of the economic development of Serbia thanks to the company FCA Serbia. Production in the Kragujevac-based plant makes up to 5% of Serbia's GDP today and 10% of Serbia's total exports. FCA Serbia, as the leading Serbian manufacturer and exporter, has greatly contributed to the growth of the national economy and the reduction of trade deficit. Today, FCA Serbia is the leading Serbian exporter and an active investor in the country, one of the most desirable employers in a socially responsible company. One of the largest logistical routes in Balkan starts in Kragujevac, at the Fiat Chrysler Automobile Serbia plant, while it ends in many countries in Western Europe and around the world. The transport of Fiat 500L model is an operation in which hundreds of people of various professions actively participate, with the objective to have customers anywhere in the world receiving the car as it was when it came off the production line. Directly from the conveyor belt, Fiat 500L Standard, Trekking and Living are brought to the parking lot within the plant complex where sorting is being performed. For example, this white Fiat 500L is intended for the customer in Rome who will receive the vehicle in the representative Motor Village showroom. Within the plant itself in Kragujevac, the logistic route of Fiat 500L starts. By trains and vessels, Fiat's vehicles are being transported to Italy, France, Spain, Portugal, UK, Ireland, Greece, Belgium, the Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, Turkey, and Malta. By truck, Fiat 500L is being transported to prospective customers in Germany, Austria, Poland, Switzerland, Slovakia, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Lithuania, Romania, Croatia, Slovenia, Macedonia, Bulgaria, and Ukraine. In the compound of the Kragujevac-based plant, the vehicles are being protected from all damages occurring from weather conditions, such as hail, while the ones being transported across the ocean on the long ship trips have special protection placed over the entire body. Most of the vehicles are being transported by train from Kragujevac to the port of Bar, from where further ship transport is being arranged. The train has 17 wagons with 221 vehicles. The loading is being organized entirely by FCA Serbia, and it is done here in our plant in Kragujevac. It is done in full compliance with all applicable regulations and Fiat's procedures to guarantee safety and quality of the transport. So the overall handling is reduced only to the minimum required for transporting the vehicles from the assembly line and their loading onto the train. The train slowly leaves Kragujevac, travels through Serbia and Montenegro, and finally arrives to the port of Bar. The shipment arrived this time in between two storms which raged around Bar in those days, but well-trained teams of drivers had very easily performed the unloading. Vehicles are firstly packaged and selected, then prepared for loading into the vessel, while the loading itself starts very soon. Vessels from the port of Bar sail towards harbors in Italy: Catania, Civitavecchia, Savona, Ravenna, and Monfalcone. The most important person on board is definitely the captain, since he is the one responsible not only for the vessel but for the cargo itself. During our visit to Port of Bar, the captain met us at the control bridge, which is entirely computerized and looks more like a command bridge of some spaceship. I started my career around 40 years ago, in 1976, and since 1993 I have been a captain. Within the production of Fiat in Serbia, the Port of Bar has specialized quite a lot in terms of loading and vehicle maneuvering, in accordance with the FCA Group standard. Great advantage is the fact that the vehicles are parked close to the dock and vessel, which makes operation significantly easier and faster. During loading and unloading, it is surprisingly lively on the ship. Entire groups of cars are moved over regular routes defined specifically for particular markets. There are standards for vehicles to be parked, and the reason for that is primarily in allowing the drivers to open and close the door smoothly. The quality of the vehicles on this ship is one of the basic tasks of the sea transport. The vehicles are parked within the ship following a clear boarding order based on the side of the steering wheel left or right. Parking operation is being followed by the operation for securing the cars with safety belts which are affixed to the floor. They have to be positioned at 45-degree angle, since in that way the greatest safety coefficient required for a transport is being achieved. All the vehicles are in the ship, they are not brought up to the deck, so they are entirely protected from weather conditions. After the final checks are being performed, the vessel sails out from the port of Bar. That is a scene which definitely needs to be recorded, as the maneuvers and the launch ceremony are remarkable to behold. After 2 days of traveling and docking in ephemeral port on the way, the vessels arrived to Civitavecchia, the port which is the largest transshipment center of the FCA Group in Italy. It is past midnight, the southern wind is exceptionally strong, However, this does not faze the vessel or the tugboats with the safety trying to tie the vessel to the dock. Upon completing the usual procedure of lowering the big unloading ramp, the logistics operation starts for parking, selection and loading of the trucks which transports the vehicles to the distributors. The ships which come to here, to Civitavecchia port, deliver products from FCA Serbia plant, Fiat 500L. From here, the vehicles are being transported to many different destinations, USA, other European ports, or to the Italian market. Particularly behind my back is a truck with vehicles which were unloaded last night and which are ready for further distribution. After being unloaded from the ship, vehicles undergo a series of quality control tests in order to determine whether there was any accidental damage during the transit. The truck, which was just loaded in front of our camera, is departing from Rome. Our white Fiat 500L is going to the right hands of a decisive young lady who visited the showroom and ordered the car she wanted, along with additional features. She came with an already formed opinion and reason why she has chosen Fiat brand. I finally have my own Fiat 500L, one of the prettiest cars which Fiat has produced, a synonym for comfort, reliability and quality. Fiat 500L is a car that I needed, a car for my family. Another satisfied customer leaves Fiat showroom in the center of Rome. The car keys are in her hands and our car from the beginning of the story is right behind the walls of the showroom. It represents just part of the operations of the FCA Group logistics team, which has delivered over 400,000 vehicles from the Kragujevac-based plant all over the world. Daily, hundreds of workers participate in this operation, while several thousand external associates are involved in the chain of the largest logistics operations in the Balkans. All the people here work even under the harshest conditions during wind, rain, storm, and they deserve to be particularly commended, because if it wasn't for them, no car produced at the plant would ever be delivered to this lovely lady for Rome, for whose smile they all work for.